Yo, what's going on, guys? Black Clover Chapter 271. The unofficial translations are finally out, and I might be alone here, but I actually thought that this chapter will consist of Noelle and the others training with the elves, or we'll probably get to see a chapter possibly of Yuno's training, which we desperately need. So last chapter, chapter 270, I thought that the way it ended, Tabata was going to give us a little tease and give us a cliffhanger, but we get some more information on how Nacht's devil powers work, and also Asta's, and how this entire time in the series, he has not been using the true essence of anti-magic. So let's talk about Black Clover Chapter 271, Devil Assimilation. Alright, so this chapter begins with Nacht letting Asta know that to fully become stronger, he has to assimilate with his devil to bring out the full 100% of his anti-magic power. So this lets us know that Nacht's devil transformation is so different from Asta's because he is fully fusing with his devil, and opposed to Asta, he's just using the power. He's not fusing with it at all. So in a way, if you think about it, Asta's anti-magic transformation is pretty much a false anti-magic form, which is very interesting. Nacht then starts summoning shadow hands to cover up Asta, almost put him in this shadow cocoon. It's very similar to the move he did when they first met. And Asta breaks out of it in his black Asta form. The interesting thing though is that after he transformed, Liebe actually got smaller. And Liebe lets Asta know that he becomes this small when he lends him his power. So now we got a little chibi Liebe here, and you know, he got some competition now. Like now Asta got a little devil spirit that he walks around with, kind of like his wind spirit self. Which I'm not surprised that this happened though, because I did theorize on this channel that Asta's anti-magic devil, Liebe, is going to be like a little miniature devil like Nacht's other devils in Gimodelo. So honestly, I can't wait to see how everyone's reaction is going to be when they see Asta again, walking around with a little chibi devil around his shoulder. Like, I think that's going to be real funny. But let's be honest here, when Damnatio sees that, he's going to have a heart attack. Nacht then explains that in a devil binding ritual, the initiative belongs to the one who binds, meaning the human. That is why he can easily control his devil assimilation powers. And what Asta is doing, he's not assimilating with his devil powers. He is just leaking the devil powers. And what's funny about all of this, Asta remembers when Asta sacrificed his arm, Liebe said that I would now show you the true power of the devil. So Asta asks Liebe, I remember you telling me about this before, so how can I use your true power? And Liebe says, I don't know. I just used it as an excuse to take over your body and fight. Like, so he was capping this, like he's such a capper. Like this man is nothing but caps. Like Liebe DiCaprio, Liebe capaholic. Like we spent 2 chapters of you telling Asta that you're gonna kill him and you're gonna take over his body, but you don't even know how to use your own power. Like Liebe is a grade A goof. You know, I can tell he's gonna be a fan favorite for a lot of people, and I like him already. He's just silly. Liebe also tells Asta that it was pretty much his first time going outside to fight, so that's why Asta was able to beat him. And this makes a lot of sense because we know that Asta has the experience, where Liebe, he doesn't. But Liebe, he tells Asta that you're the one that made this weird contract to begin with, so you do something. We then see Nacht summon a army of shadow demons. Like he's on his solo leveling type beat, like Jin Woo's shadow army. It definitely puts me in the mind of that. Like I get those vibes, but I think it's so cool. Nacht also talks about that when he is uniting with his devil powers, he can add the traits of each devil to his shadow magic, and when one of them is Gimodelo, it makes a pack. And we see about 14 to 15 shadow demons fighting Asta, and it looks so cool. Like I love this spell that Nacht is doing, uniting with his devils and making like a shadow clone army. I think it's so cool. I can't wait to see how we're looking in anime. Like Nacht is slowly becoming one of my favorite characters. Like he already cracked my top 10. He's getting there. Asta then starts to fight Nacht's shadow demons, and the key that he's sensing from them is just like Vice Captain Nacht. Nacht then tells Asta that unless you take out my main body, my shadow demons will not disappear. Which is wild to me because Asta's anti-magic, he cannot get rid of Nacht's shadow demons. Like, I don't think we ever seen Asta encounter something with his anti-magic sword and that he can't negate, send back, or completely erase someone's magic. I mean, just by the swing of his sword, we seen him when he was pissed off about Ghosh, when he was fighting Dante, just by the swing of his sword, he was able to erase Dante's gravity magic. And we know that is the strongest Asta yet, so that was a stronger version of Asta, but still, anti-magic still applies. It should be able to erase, but it doesn't when it comes to Nacht's shadow demon. It won't erase unless you hit him. It's not that shadow magic is a counter to anti-magic, but I think the way that Nacht uses his shadow magic can be a direct counter to Asta's anti-magic. So I'm glad that Tabata is adding another element here in the story to remind us that anti-magic may be the counter to all magic, but at the same time, it all depends on the user. Asta, if he's not stronger than someone else, and not more skilled, they can still win with their magic as well, which I like that concept. It's also been confirmed this chapter by Asta that Nacht has made a contract with 4 devils. A lot of people were speculating and questioning, does Nacht truly has 4 devils, or are they just all in one, like Gimodelo is every single one of them? So this gives a lot of people clarity that were confused that thought that all the devils were just one entity. Is actually 4, which to some of us it was obvious, but I can understand that people were confused because Gimodelo is the only one that speaks. So I guess that people thought that he was just a devil with many forms. Nacht then tells Asta that since you made an even contract with Liebe, naturally you cannot control 100% of the power. You chose that path because you're not binding your devil. So I think Nacht is trying to say here that Asta limit himself, but I don't think that may be the case because Asta, since he did a 50-50 contract with Liebe, Liebe doesn't know how to fully bring out the full power of anti-magic. So even if he did a 100% binding contract, Asta still will struggle to form a devil assimilation because Liebe doesn't know how. But Nacht also encouraged Asta and he tells him to win against me with that power. And Asta's like, okay, I'll surpass my limits right here, right now. And it's just like what Yami said against Dante. And he pulls out his katana sword and actually slices Nacht, which the way that Asta used it, it looks like a lightless slash or one of Yami's black blade spells. And he gives his new katana sword a name and he called it Demon Decapitator. And I'm not really feeling that name. We already know that when the official comes out that it may be a different name. Like I'm 100% certain that the name will be completely different. If not, then this would probably be my least favorite name out of this sword. Like Demon Decapitator. It's not that it's a bad name. It's just that when you go from Demon Slayer sword to Demon Dweller sword to Demon Destroyer sword to Demon Decapitator, if that's going to be the name, it's probably going to take me time to get used to it and probably come around. Maybe I'll start liking it in the future. But if that's not the full name yet, I can't wait to see how the official will name this sword. Hopefully it'll be better. However, the best part for me in this chapter, despite the fact that Nacht created a shadow of demons, but it's the information we got from Nacht that Asta's anti-magic devil form is false. That's pretty much what this whole chapter is trying to explain to us. Now that Tabata is adding more details about devil transformations and devil assimilations, we thought that when Asta transformed into Black Asta, that was a fusion. But it wasn't. It was just him using the power and leaking the power of the anti-magic devil Liebe. That is just so interesting to me. You know what's also very interesting to me as well? Is subscribing to the channel for more Black Clover content. I made a theory video about Asta's devil transformation not too long ago that somewhat can connect to this chapters and the future of Asta's next devil transformation, which you should see the video right now on the screen. You guys have an awesome life. Remember to take care of yourselves, and I'm out.